Like, there's no HIV about any of this. It's just AIDS. Have you, yes you, ever wanted to speedrun AIDS? Oh, whoops. Arthritis! Well, Doom Eternal provides that with a large amount of demonic AIDS. When id Software was developing this game, they wanted to figure out exactly how much AIDS they could give a person and not be arrested. And they walked that fine line very well when they made the Gladiator. God, I hate this stupid fucking creature. I want to pipe bomb his mail. So on today's episode of Answering Questions Absolutely Nobody Asked, can you beat Doom Eternal with random keybinds? The rules are pretty simple. I start with normal binds, and every time I die, I spin the wheel of chronic gambling addiction to determine what binds I'm going to change and where the binds are going to be bound to. The second rule is if I land on a bind that has already been mapped. One example being, if I land on my move forward and have to change my move forward bind to 1, I would switch with the bind that is already bound to that key. So one is my combat shotgun. So my combat shotgun would get bound to W, and my move forward would get bound to 1. Seems simple enough, right? But what if I told you that jet fuel only burns at 1500 to 1800 Fahrenheit, and I'm not doing the conversion. If you don't use freedom units, fuck you. And steel melts at 2500 Fahrenheit to 2800 Fahrenheit. So how did the Twin Towers... Third, this run is done on ultra violence because if Mama theoretically raised someone, they would not be a bitch. Fourth rule, extra lives are banned. Fuck extra lives. If you use extra lives, I don't like you. Now we start with the Doomslayer on his day off celebrating his favorite president, Rutherford B. Hayes' birthday. But Mr. Beast decides to record a video in Detroit, and it goes horribly wrong. So humanity needs the Doomslayer to come save them using nothing but the power of Joe Rogan, freedom units, and a good old-fashioned legal 12-gauge shotgun. He treks down to Detroit to go disperse some freedom, and I feel like now is as good a time as ever to bring up the biggest enemy to this challenge isn't the demons who want nothing but my ass cheeks, but my crippling autism, which somehow manages to get worse every single day. You know, maybe if I took those funny little pills the doctor gave me, it would probably stop. But why would I do that? You know, it'd break my streak. Why do I have an autism streak? What the fuck does that even... As we head down into downtown Detroit, we are closely reminded that my brain function mirrors that of a 2x4x8, which is sold at my favorite glue shop, Home Depot. I love Home Depot because they have so many flavors of glue. Non-toxic, industrial grade, toxic, do not consume. Oh, that one's the best. Now on to more pressing matters, like me getting my ass slapped in the tutorial. And after we beat the tutorial, we end up Saddam Husseining the first Hell Priest, using only the power of freedom in George Bush. After that, we receive a message from my favorite Mongol Khanite, Batu Khan. Also, tiny side note, really minuscule. I died twice on the first fucking level. Again, 2x4x8 level brain function here. The deaths caused me to change my chainsaw keybind to F12, and this development caused me to take many screenshots, most of which were just some nice big juicy demon booty cheeks, which made me want to jump in tongue first. And by jump in tongue first, I mean die again and swap melee and chain gun, which means that melee is now on mouse 5 and chain gun is now on E. God, why can't I be normal for once in my life? Like, why do I have to do this? I played through this game on Nightmare the first time, and I didn't even die once on the first level. How do I turn down the difficulty and get worse? Oh, wait a minute, I have dementia. Anyways, welcome back to Doom Eternal, where every time we die, we change a keybind. So the rules are pretty simple. Now we head over to London after the Great Knife Fight of 2071. So the breakdown on this knife fight is that London was divided between two factions. Ones who pronounced stupid with more S's, and one who pronounced stupid with more H's. They fought it out, and this was the aftermath of London. But we only go into London because it's rumored that we can find our foreskin. Oh shit, sorry. Our missing testicle. So we go over to go get it, and in turn getting both the dash and blood punch, which is going to be especially handy when my move forward key is bound on W, and my dash key is bound on numpad 7. God, why did I choose to do this? Anyways, after retrieving our lost testicle, we learn from Vega that we have to make it blue. So we go over to go meet our favorite friend, William Howard Taft in hell, because he's the one who can make our balls blue. So after he makes our balls blue, we have no time to cuddle and kiss. Lois. 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 Because there are a bunch of demons who want only my cheeks. But using the power of patriotism and ass cheeks so clenched they could stop you from falling, I managed to beat the level without dying once. Man, I'm so proud of myself. You know, maybe one day I'll go outside and talk to a woman. But nah, I'd win. God, I'm gonna die alone. After Vega carefully and delicately examines our blue ball, he tells us to go to the cultist base to disperse some patriotism and make those French cultists surrender. It's not that hard. They're French, you know, surrendering is just part of their life. After we receive our freedom launcher and start dispersing freedom all into the faces of these demons, we're then reminded the fact that I'm a stupid fucking moron. After dying in the same room twice, the first time caps lock got bound to dash, and then the second time plasma gun gets bound to oh god, this is just gonna get worse, isn't it? You know, I feel like by the end of this is just gonna end up with me having move forward on space and shoot on Q and arthritis in my right and left hand, and having an intense desire to love myself so much that I just want to fly. But that doesn't even make any goddamn sense. What? Why am I saying these things? Anyways, we go take the train down to San Francisco because we need to go find the other priest who's working in the Reddit gold factory. Now we head over to the Doom Hunter base, or as I like to call it, HIV, which is an acronym that stands for This Shit Gives AIDS. You know, all jokes aside, I feel like this game is just an attack on me, because the enemies aren't difficult at all. Some of them just tweak my autism in just the right way to make me die. Like the snake-looking guy. Man, he's so hard to hit, but he reminds me a lot of Drake in some ways, but not really in others. The joke is that Drake has a huge dick. But other than me having a midlife crisis, I was able to beat the Doom Hunter base with relative ease, because the Doom Hunters aren't very hard. I may have limited brain cells, but I do have more than some game journalists. So we beat the level, and at the very end, the Hell Priest offers us a free Reddit Gold subscription. But then the Doom Slayer asked himself, would Rutherford B. Hayes approve of this? And after some long pondering and thought, he took the Hell Priest's head off for even offering him a Reddit subscription. Low taper fade. You know what's crazy is that like low taper fade like meme, dude, it is still massive. Like massive. Like I need a fucking drink of water. Holy shit. Now we head over to the Super Gore Nest, which is filled with nothing but cheek clapping demons. But there's nothing some good old fashioned patriotism can't do to solve that. Whenever the Doomslayer has a dilemma, he asks himself, is that what Rutherford B. Hayes would want? And then he decides based on that. And it's always a good decision. I mean, it's worked out for him so far. Anyways, I end up dying twice in the same arena. Are you noticing a theme here? It's always die twice on the same arena, don't die on the next level, die twice in the same arena, don't die at all, twice in the same. Nah, don't worry. It gets worse. I think I died like 6 or 7 times on the next levels. And don't worry, yeah, we're gonna end up breaking the streak. Anyways, my chainsaw gets rebound to F9, and my plasma rifle gets bound to numpad 6. Also, somehow my A and S keys managed to swap. I have no idea how, but we're just gonna go with it. And you know, here's some Subway Surfers clips. Just pretend I'm dying here. Anyways, after trying to solve the hardest part of the game, as in where on earth am I supposed to go, we end up destroying the Super Gore Nest, and Vega tells us to head back to Epstein's Island. You know, I had an idea to put out a change.org petition, you know, to ask id Software to add in a Chick-fil-A into the Fortress of Doom. I'm just saying, it'd be pretty cool to be able to order Chick-fil-A from Doom Eternal and have it show up at your house, Huh? Anyways, after we head back to Epstein's Island, the Fortress of Doom. Nah, I prefer Epstein's Island, we're gonna call it that. We get another important message from Batu Khan. After we receive this message, Vega tells us that we have to go get Dr. Poo Poo Fart, also known as Samuel Hayden. And a little bit of backstory, if you don't know, basically, in the last game, Samuel Hayden forced us to watch him hit the gritty, because it was for the, quote, good of humanity. And ever since then, I've dubbed him a stinky poo poo fart. So we head over to the fart complex, led by Samuel Poo Poo Fart Hayden, and we have to go over and go get him, because he knows where the last Hell Priest is hiding. And not even 5 minutes into the level, I end up dying by shooting a barrel. And what's really funny is, I end up swapping my super shotgun and move forward binds. So now I move forward with 5. You know, I might move forward off a... Then I died again, and I had to move the ballista to equals, and then I died again, and I had to change the rocket launcher to 8, and then I died again, and now my move backwards is on I. You know, I feel like the easier the game is, the harder it is in my head, because that means there's more time for me to do something stupid and then die. You know, I should have done this run on Ultra Nightmare, because then every time I die, I just restart and change one keybind. We go grab Dr. Poo Poo Fart, and then have to go fight the Marauder. But because I sometimes have a functioning brain, I absolutely rinse him first try, unlike a game journalist. Don't worry, he spreads my cheeks later. Now, onto the Mars core, where Samuel Hayden is like, you can't just shit a hole into the surface of Mars, and the Doomslayer is like, observe. I'm about to blow. So while we're on our way to the big poo-poo fart gun, I had a death as tragic as President James Garfield. Oh, may he ever rest in peace. My glorious king, second only to my other glorious king, LeBron James. Oh, LeBron. How I love thee. I really would like you to spread. Anyways, I tragically die. Ballista gets bound to Q. Weapon wheel gets bound to equals. And then after I violently shit a hole into the surface of Mars, I grab the big fart gun. Yes, that is canonically what the BFG 9000 stands for. If you don't agree, I will fucking kill you. Then we take the long and treacherous journey down to the Mars core, which is kind of like walking with $10,000 in your hands through downtown Detroit. You'll be lucky to make it more than 10 seconds before everything is robbed off you. After we make it into the core, I tragically die again, also like my other favorite president, James K. Polk. It's almost as sad of a fact as people in July having to wait a whole year for their birthday. Like, that's such a long time. I feel so bad for everyone born in July. You know, I really should start a charity for people born in July to help them make sure they pass the time in between their birthdays, because it's such a long time. Anyways, tragically die twice, plasma rifle gets bound to right shift, and move back manages to land on the same key, which means that I'm on a hot streak because there was 104 possible keybinds on that wheel, which means getting that exact same key was a 0.97% chance. Man, I should go to the roulette table after this. I'm feeling it. It's due this time. Now we head over to Baltimore to go find the last help, and on our way there we enter into an arena, which I will now call the dinner plate. And guess what's on the menu? My ass with a side of donkey shit demonic AIDS. I died so many goddamn times on this boss fight. The first phase of it was so easy. I think a toddler could do it. Shit, with my amounts of brain function, I'm basically a toddler. But on the second phase, the gladiator turns into one of those moms in the family YouTube channels who forces her kids to do stuff so she can make money. And I'm not even lying when I said that this fight took me 45 minutes. I lost track of how many deaths that I had after the fourth time because I was about ready to throw my fucking PC right out of my window because of this stupid dumb boss. I swear to God, the gladiator is like the J station of this challenge. His first phase is easy, you know, very easy, very honest. And his second phase, you know what, I'm not going to continue this joke. Are you kidding me? No, I heard the flash and I shot. That should have been a stagger. I can't even compete with that up-close range attack. Screw you, game. Actually, screw you. I'm not doing Sentinel armor. The problem is every time I get him too, I can't get him to stagger. He doesn't stagger. He literally isn't giving me the opportunity. That's 2 tries that he's giving me to stagger. I can't. He's not giving me any opportunity to stagger. And now I can actually dodge this though. Oh, that's a stagger. That's a stagger. I get 1 good stagger on you, you're done, bruh. Come on. Do it. Are you kidding me? He's not staggering! That sound effect is playing from nowhere! The stagger sound effect is playing from, usually after he does the whip thing, he either does the attack where he blocks you in. Weak. No, I'm making mistakes now. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Mama don't raise no bitch. Mama don't raise no bitch. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god. After 45 straight minutes of dick, here were some of my notable keyboard changes. Move forward got moved to mouse 5, move backward is now on D, strafe left is now on S, strafe right is on I, jump is on right control, dash is on F2, chainsaw is on F9, weapon wheel on equal, heavy cannon on A, plasma rifle on H, super shotgun on W, rocket launcher on N, ballista on Q, and chain gun on 1. God, why the fuck did I choose to do this stupid Now, on to the Kraft Heinz factory in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in order to go get our big fancy butter knife. Guess I know Poo Poo Fart said so. And you know, the funny thing about this mission is that I finally got to experience what it's like to be a game journalist, because I got a very nice amount of dick from the Marauder. So yeah, a game journalist has the same skill as someone with the IQ of a toddler and random keybinds. I got so much dig from this Marauder that my move forward was bound to 8, strafe right was bound to left control, and previous weapon was on R. Then after the copious amounts of aids, I was granted with another combat rune that made me die another 4 times, which changed my weapon mod to 9, chain gun to up arrow, dash to numlock, and move forward to K. But then out of nowhere, the wheel decided to bless us with a full keyboard reset back to default. Oh man, this felt like the cure for AIDS. It just cured me and I was free from the shackles of keyboard AIDS. And then I immediately chained up to the other shackles of the casino, because with that amount of astronomical luck, I at least wanted to try my hand at the roulette table a couple of times. And by a couple of times, I mean 27 times. Don't worry, now that I have functioning keybinds, we can make our fancy butter knife and head over to MySpace. Now, we head into the servers of MySpace, because we need to go talk to Batu Khan, because apparently she's been putting out fake scams on MySpace. I mean, how low of a human do you have to be to do that? I mean, come on, the people on MySpace did nothing wrong to you. Why do you gotta scam them out of something? I mean, just not cool. I mean, I guess that's what Jake Paul does with brain-damaged 12-year-olds. So does that mean Jake Paul is Batu Khan? Yeah, anyways, in order to talk to Batu Khan, we have to make our way through MySpace first. But instead of getting all the demonic aids, it's like I had a protective shield around me. Man, if only Magic Johnson had this protective shield. God damn it! Oh, I'm such an awful person. It's like no matter how much AIDS they tried to give me, it wouldn't work, because I was on my nah, I'd win mentality and was straight up dunking on these demons. But the cure to AIDS wouldn't stop my autism and me dying and having the flame belch bound to insert. But regardless, I still felt like I had won the lottery, because I had the power of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness protecting me from all costs from the demonic dick. Now, on to Ireland before the invention of alcohol, because we need to go punch Batu Khan in the face for summoning the icon of shit stains. But Batu Khan throws everything that she has in us in order to stop us from getting back to Earth. Because according to Samuel Poo-Poo-Fart Hayden, the longer the icon of shit stains is on Earth, the stronger he becomes. So we have to go around aligning the halo rings and dying one more time and getting the BFG bound to minus. But we're gonna skip that part in order to get back to Earth. Because according to Poo-Poo-Fart Hayden, and I didn't know this, the longer the icon of shit stains is on Earth, the stronger he becomes. After we figure out that shockingly true fact I didn't know, we go over to go fight Batu Khan, and after absolutely exposing her to the American justice system and destroying her, we are informed, and I didn't know this at all, that the longer the icon of shit stains. Now onto the final shit, where we had to go fight the icon of shit stains. Now, there's not really much that got in the way here, because for once in my life, I was actually able to control my crippling autism and only die once on the boss fight, where my keybind for S and 3 got swapped. I beat the boss, but the main message that I want you to take home after watching this challenge is to stay dedicated, because no matter what, no matter how bad my keybinds got, nothing would ever stop me from rolling a reset all keybind and pretending like it's all absolute skill, and then somehow managing to die 4 more times after getting insatiably lucky. But hey, who cares? This is my challenge run, Stinky, and this wasn't too hard, unlike the Gladiator's meat. This proves that you can in fact beat Doom Eternal with autism. Oops, sorry. Random keybinds. And to anyone out there who comments Rutherford B. Hayes is the GOAT, I will in fact not leak your IP address on MySpace. Anyways, Rutherford B. Hayes out.